Hello, how are you today? Hello, how are you today? Jeepers. Hello and welcome to Create Now. This is the part of the complete program for learning all the music that you'd ever want to learn. So, today we've gone over synthesis yet again. We have some triangle waves. Alright, we got some triangle waves for you. Here's some triangles. So you don't have to saw. Here's a sine wave. Alright, we might go up an octave here. So we're going to have a look at the synthesis oscillators. And here it goes. Sine waves, alright? This is the sound of a sine wave. Here's the sound of a lot of sine waves put together, like loads of them. Alright? Sine waves, just fundamentals, okay? Lovely. And some triangles. Here's a triangle. One triangle by itself. So, has that little bit of a buzziness to it. It's only got one harmonic. Lovely. And then here's a load of triangles put together. Or two triangles put together, sorry. And here's a load of them. There's a big sea of triangle waves. So they're all going in out of phase with each other. So the volume drops. That's why I have to keep turning it up. Alright, yeah, there you are. Bit of that. Saws. Oh yeah, get that into you. All that low bass. Driving it. Here's a square wave, just one. Oh, it's gorgeous. That's Alright, let's get back to non-overdriven land. That was me distorting the wave and also using the filter to chop out bits of the high end there. To mute the sound and change the emphasis of the frequency. Alright. Here we go. The dogs are coming around here. Alright, here we go. Sine waves, lovely. Triangle waves. Can they be trusted? Sound pretty good. Lot of low end. And only one harmonic. Okay. Saw all the harmonics. Straight through. Odds and even. Gorgeous. Very string-like. So if you're thinking of wind instruments, you're going for a square, hollow sound, uneven harmonics, you look for a square wave. Looking for some string instruments such as your so flute, all those things, you're talking square wave. Ish. And string sounds like bass, guitar. What else is this? Harsh nasally. There it is, man. Harsh. So that's yeah. Here's squares. Sorry. You can hear those. The phase going between there. Oh yeah, that's nice. There's a lot of phasing going on here. It really gets thin. Once the more oscillators you introduce, more the thinness of the sound, you kind of lose everything really, I find. The phase gets all fucked. and it's hard to be dealing with this shit when the phase is fucked up. It just gets real thin. That's just me anyway. That's what happens when you get these synths with like fucking 50 oscillators. You can't do anything with it. The low end's too big and the top end's all out of phase, and it's fucking shit show. And when the low end goes out of phase, oh my Jesus. Get recording these lads and they show up with a phase 90 pedal. A lot of phase pedals and chorus pedals for their bass. And it's like, oh my god. What are you doing to me? What are you, I can't mix this shit. I can't mix this shit. So normally the way around that is you high pass the bass, so you get rid of all the low frequencies, and you replace that with a synthesizer, maybe a sine wave or a square wave when no one's looking, and let the hop end be out of phase if it wants to. But if that low end's out of phase, man, it's fine. People have done it. It's been on loads of records, but I don't know, man. You're risking it for a biscuit, is all I'll say. Alright. So that's the oscillators. We got some oscillators. Alright. Everything's up and running. Gorgeous. So that's some square waves. What else we got? We got that's saw waves. Here's squares. So that's two squares and here's two triangles. Oh yeah. Hear them like moving around each other. And then what people like to do as well is they like to separate them by an octave, okay? So here, for example, is two square saws separated by one octave. This makes it sound flippin' huge. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now switching to two squares, one octave apart, same thing again. That's a C of SEA, C of oscillator, which is great until you get down to the low end, and then the low end's fucking not even flabby, just not great. Like here's just one oscillator by itself doing the same thing. Hear how fucking huge that is? None of that fucking phasing bullshit. So once again, here's just let's see. Here's two saws. Here's a load of squares. So okay, here's a bit of context. This is what happens when you get phase. This is why people's home recordings sound like fucking shit, because they don't understand phase. It's not because they don't have the right tools, it's they don't understand recording, and let alone the psychology behind recording and the physics behind recording and everything else, which that's stuff you read on when you're on the toilet or in the shower. But here is one. This is how phase fucks up everyone recordings. This is why the big boys know this, and this is why the big boys are the big boys. Alright, here's a lovely square wave, alright? That's one of them. Now we're going to get two of them together. It's already, the ass is falling out of it, like, forget about it. You can't use that for fucking bass. And here's, I'm going to turn on, it's in unison mode, whatever, so it's going to be a whole lot of oscillators playing the exact same thing, and they're going to be out of phase with each other. So here we go. That's fucking out of shit. And here's just one by itself, just for some context. One square. It's going in. Oh yeah. Now, on the opposite side of that, if you play a single square, that's just a square, like. Shit. No messing. But if you do the same principle and then you just have two squares by themselves, it's really gonna make it a lot easier on the ears and stuff. That's two squares. You don't need that fucking fatness, because there's only so much room for fat. You need stuff to be out of phase almost in the high end. And here's a fuckload of oscillators doing the same thing, high end. So here's one by itself, one square wave, that is. Here you go. Lovely. Here, oh sorry, here's one. Quite harsh, isn't it? Love it though, fucking gorgeous. Here's two. I have them out of tune with each other as well. And here's a flipping load of them doing the same thing. It's the difference between one person singing it and a whole orchestra singing the same thing. The sound is too big and the low end's too flappy, so you can only reuse the high end when you have all that. Now this is talking about if you want the fucking it to sound futuristic, speakers knocking, punching you in the face. Well, if you just want some fucking chill background music shit that's not going to be throwing your dinner all over the place, that's fine. But for me, I like fat ass sounds when they're needed. Alright, so that's what happens. It's phase and phase coherency and all the rest of it. Alright, so square waves and saw waves, they're very, very good. I keep talking about them and they're very good. I like them. Mono, we got mono mode, which is a lot of synths are mono, so you can only play one note at a time. So let's have a listen to that. So here's we'll just do a saw wave. Almost turn up. We want reverb. We'll give it a go. So this is just one. What is this? It's one saw wave. Alright, so this is a mono synth. So can I play one note at a time? Now, the other type of synth kind of is polyphony, a polyphonic synth. That means it can play a lot of notes at the same time. So that would sound like this. It's much more going on, but in a way it's kind of, you just end up getting notes in there for the sake of it. It's kind of like having to use, sure, fuck it, we'll use it just because we have it. So here's the same thing more or less played, but it's a polyphonic synth. No idea what I played, but and here's even more going. Alright, I got bitten by the shy bug. So that's some distortion there. Anyway. Yeah, so that's because I used to think, oh yeah, the more oscillators the better, because you can have a lot of people, many oscillators just doing the exact same thing. For example, like, just you have one sine wave and then someone else sings another sine wave, like and you think, oh, it'll be X, it'll be twice as good, but it's not. It's not. It just changes the tonal quality and kind of fucks everything up. And only if you're very uptight like me will you even notice a lot of these things. But I know it's mastery in your craft and all this stuff, I guess. Pride in your craft. Kind of notice all these things. Traniel and all that. Anthony, you're really into. Like you'll make sure it's done right. Yeah, oscillators. So do you know what? That's just me playing oscillators, and that's no LFOs. No anthem, no attack. So So you can have an envelope on your amplifier and on your filter, and you have an LFO. So what does an LFO do again? An LFO is low frequency oscillator. So let's put an LFO on a saw wave, alright? On the pitch of the saw wave. Here it goes. So right now the LFO is modulating the pitch of the saw wave. Alright, so here's a G chord. Sounds lovely. Let's modulate the pitch with the triangle wave. That's a slow one, isn't it? It feels like we're going to get sick, but if we speed it up, it might sound okay. So I'm only playing with the LFO here, okay? I'm using stuff that you wouldn't really be doing. Whatever. But yeah, it's it'll take a while for you to hear the difference. A lot of these are just like, man, that all sounds the same to me, and it kind of does, but then you get an ear for it. It's like different accents in different counties of Ireland or wherever you live. At first it's like, oh, that's some kind of foreigner, he's not local, but then you find out it's just some Antrim or Cork accent, and you're like, what the fuck's going on here? Or wherever you're from. Yeah, so that's phase coherency, I guess, in synths. And it's a killer. It'll fuck your mix up. It'll mess with your low end. It'll, yeah, there's a lot of ways around it and so on, but generally, if you leave multiple oscillators to the mid or high end. If it's a kick drum or something like that, just a single oscillator might do the job. Perhaps. See, it's low frequencies, just one oscillator. Maybe. You just can't have much going on. Think of an upside down triangle. You can have a load of stuff going on in the high end and all that stuff, but in the low end there's not much room. There's only enough room for either a kick drum or a bass frequency. Oh baby, you got any kicks? I do not. I can't find. Oh, here we go. That's a little kick drum. There's not much there, is there? You can't fit a lot of them in the speakers. That's the sound of. That'd be high frequency there. So you can fit these in all day. Alright, lots of room. But there's no room in those low frequencies there. It all sounds like mud. There you go. That's my rant. About. That's my rant about frequencies. LFOs. So we're using the LFO there to on a triangle wave that is like wow, that kind of motion. So it's moving very slow. Right, that's much like in the frequency, the pitch of the oscillator. Okie dokie. And the octave selector, what that does is nothing, apparently. No, it does do something here. That just changes, like, it's so obvious that I can't remember the words. It changes the octave shift. I don't know what more you want. Here's it's this interval. Somewhere that interval right there is an octave shift. The in-house computer's a bit to take away here. It must have a touch of that coronavirus. Alright. Where are we going? Right. So, amplifier. Amplifier turns up the volume. So you can have a slow volume swell. That you would. The sound I've been using all day today, right, on the ADSR setting, that is the envelope setting of the output, all day long today, for this whole lesson, is attack 0, decay 0, sustain on full 10, full whack, and release. What does that mean? It means when I hit the key, it's going to go to maximum volume and stay at maximum volume until I take my finger off, and then once I take my finger off, it's going to be silence. Alright? So it's just like that now. It's when you have your finger on the button, it makes sound. When you take your finger off, it stops making sound. Simple as that. No messing. So again, amplifier setting for that is everything on 0 and sustain on full whack. So just put your sustain on 10, everything else on 0. And that's kind of like the piano setting. And then if you want to get into other settings, you gotta. Is this working? If you want to come a reverb setting, then you would turn up the release, and that way when you have your finger taken off, the sound keeps ringing out for as long as you've decided on the release. Right now I have it set to 0, but if you had it set on 10, it will keep ringing out for some time. Sure you are. Such as this way. I'm not sure what this isn't. I've something pressed anyway. That's me. That vocal sound right there is a formant, and I'm sweeping through the frequency range there from high to low, and you can change the emphasis or the resonance of the filter there. That's all it does. And you can change the kind of bell sound or whatever by adjusting the resonance and using different filters. So yeah, I related this to the human body in another episode, so you can refer to that. If it was being a real sound, I'd just explain to you again, wouldn't I? Alright. So, oscillators, brilliant. FM, great. Envelopes, very confusing a little bit. Attack is how long the volume swell will be before it hits that peak, like as opposed to it'll be it's a slow attack. Alright, and the release is after you hit the note how long it keeps going. So no release would be and with release would be alright, just think of it kind of like a reverb or kind of an echoey thing like that. If you wanted to get into more drum-like percussion things, so for example, for orchestra strings, you'd be looking at slow attack, long release, bit of sustain. I don't know what would even be happening in the decay department there, But sure, look. So that's a slow volume in, like, and then once it reaches peak, it slowly comes out. Yeah, so kind of a triangle shape there, if you will, and there will be some modulation in pitch to do with the vibrato. Yeah, envelopes. So envelopes is very quick automation. Here's some percussive sounding envelope settings. Okay, so here we have everything on 0. This just sounds like a click, doesn't it? That's everything on 0. Alright, that's just a lot of clicks. Lovely. Now, if we take up the decay a tiny bit, decay on 1, we start getting a lot more development. A lot more, we can hear the pitch a lot more. Okay, now we're going to bring the release up. So this kind of setting would be used for even like low kick drums maybe. So that is pretty much everything on 0. What we got? Just a little click. Then we add the decay, so it takes a little bit more time. It takes a while to actually reach that full amount of volume. But yeah, really you can if you want to do that in percussive, just turn everything on 0 and then turn your decay to like 1, 2. Here's it on 0. Clicks, round 2, you can hear a bit more of the note, and then by the time you get to I don't know, 4 o'clock, you can really hear a lot more of the note. There's a lot of ways to do it by tweaking the relationship onto the little knobs, and it's absolutely lovely. Love doing it. We'll say it's a bit of crack. You get a lovely bit of tonal variety just by how you're controlling that envelope of the amplifier. And once you understand that whole the envelope concept, ADSR, it can be used in conjunction with lots of other things, controlling any other element of the synth. Oh! And you'd be thinking to yourself, geez, this is just to do with synthesizers, but it goes on and on and on. It's related to so many other things. It's related to this whole envelope thing is how compressors work, in a way, kind of envelope shapers, and it's a load of madness. And alright, so in conclusion, definitely have a look at your ADSRs. Envelopes. ADSR. Alright. So if you don't know what you're doing, put everything on 0 and put your sustain on 10. That's just like playing a piano or something, kind of. That's just what you'd expect. That's called like a gate setting. So when you play it, it plays. When you don't play it, it doesn't play. And if you want something percussive, so it doesn't matter how long you hit the keyboard, it goes on for a pre-decided amount of time. Turn up your decay. And if everything's 0, you're just going to get clicks. If you want to get rid of the click, you simply slow down the attack, and that will get rid of the click. So the possibilities are finite, but oh man, I'd be tempted to say endless, but inherently, or whatever they're not. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Keep rocking and stay motivated. It's a journey. You gotta learn how to love the craft. Just like anything else, whether you're into building cars or you're into being a stripper full time on a pole, or you just like hiding in bushes. No matter what you're into, dedication to the craft we'll get you through. And God bless. And all those good things. Have a super time. And hit the subscribe button. It's live every day. Vegan Stephen in some form. All the best.